uh it's what did they say? It's a perfect month. Every day of the month. The February 1st was a Sunday, February 7th Saturday, 28 days, all that stuff. Perfect month if you're into things like that. So tomorrow, February 8th, 2026, I've heard maybe the start of World War III. If if you believe all of that email dump. So we'll get to see in one day. I mean, a little bit, it seems like probably we're already in it. So maybe they'll just call it what it is. I don't know. Not too worried about it. The the yeah, I agree. It did start a few years ago. It's everybody's already jockeying for position all over the world. And it's I don't know. It's interesting. Everything is just going crazy, which is fine. What else do we have to do other than watch things fall apart? I wonder, if there's ever going to be a time when things don't just fall apart. When, uh, you know, I'd say probably the '90s were peak. That was peak before they started disassembling all the good stuff. I could be wrong though. Stuff like this has only been happening for tens of thousands of years though. Yeah, yeah, for sure. What is it? The cycle, good times create soft men create bad times create hard men create good times. Like we're up in that cycle. Don't don't let all the easy living fool you. It's not gonna last forever. It's probably it was a trap. Good soft living is a trap. You should always be expecting the world to crumble around you, and then you'll be pleasantly surprised sometimes. I think that's the safe bet. Expect the worst. Try to be surprised every once in a while. That being said, I mean, I don't know. I suppose we could all get drafted to go fight in a war somewhere. The uh the people that come back from shit like that, they got stories. So, I'm here for the plot line. I'm here for the experience. Soft living does not provide an experience. So, whatever. I'm I'm willing to stand on my words. I'm willing to go do whatever. I'm not going to complain. I believe in my ability. I believe that everything I've done was training for something. So, yeah, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, subscribe, like everyone hop on board. We need we need as many people as we can get. Um so like, the negative part of me thinks that it's going to be World War III, Civil War II, whatever. But I feel like there is an opportunity in our connectedness to say, hey, most of this looks like bullshit. And I'm not smart enough to figure out what could be done about it. But I know there are people out there that are smart enough. So I'm going to defer the thinking to other people. I don't mind being a loudmouth. I can, I, that's kind of my thing. I'm just, I'm just here to have discussion. And I know a good idea when I see it, but the good idea is probably not going to come from me. And that's fine. I'm not worried about that. I know my limitations. I know well, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to figure everything out on their own. I don't necessarily uh, want to be any kind of a leader or anything. Sure, I want to be liked, but I don't want to be in charge of anything. That sounds hard. That sounds immensely uh, beyond my responsibility comfort zone. But I would like to be part of something that is helpful to people. So, you know, I think we all need to watch what's going on, not because necessarily you need to believe what's going on, but because you need to know uh, the story that's being fed to you. Somewhere between all of the information that they're dumping on people and all of the information that they're hiding from people is the truth. And we probably won't ever know the truth, but if you can peel away enough lies, then you can avoid catastrophe, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, I'm a habitual news watcher, not because I believe it, but because I think it's important to know the storyline that they're trying to force on everyone. Uh, all of the infrastructure of news, television, all the story, it's very expensive. They're spending so much money trying to get you to um, believe a story, and when that collapses, the only thing that will be left is the truth. The truth exists for free. Nobody has to prop it up with anything. Truth exists for free. You'll know it when all the lies are done. And yeah, I think one way or another, something is going to change. Either the truth will be set free, or they're going to make the world so chaotic that people stop worrying about what's true and just dive people 100% into survival mode, which is um, which is scary. But when you're in survival mode, you know the truth is survive. Just make it. That's all you got to do. And there's something to be said for that. That's a simplicity that I think people all around the world are currently dealing with. It's not lost on me that good, easy living in America is at the expense of survival mode for the rest of the world. Um, what was globalism? Well, it was an infrastructure built to extract uh, good, easy living from other countries, and it really seems like, in part, it's not as necessary anymore. So it's cutting back. Happy Shabbat. Yeah, sure. I don't know what that is. The but happy Shabbat to you too. The So yeah, as the world quits being um you know needed, it's probably going to be better for them to stop having uh their resources extracted. Then maybe instead of just trying to plug along, they can do their own thing. I don't know. There's probably always going to be some boogeyman out there on the planet looking for stuff. The other side of kind of my mental thinking is we're still in we America. I'm talking about America. That's what I know is where I am. We're in the, I guess, republic phase or whatever. We're still pretending to be um like of the people, by the people, and for the people. And I think that the next uh should should America survive, it won't survive as that. It's going to do the Roman thing, and it's going to shift into an empire where just out in the open we will attempt to control the whole world. And the only thing we'll do is fight little uprisings everywhere. It will just be various American civil wars all over the world, uh, until that falls apart. So, there's a lot of ways things can play out. There's even new ways that we haven't thought of. There are, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So if you take that, then um, there are a lot of different things that could happen. And like I said, there could even be new things. I don't know. The world's been existing for a long time, so there could also not be new things. The old saying, "There's nothing new under the sun." Just rebranding over and over. I think about that all the time. Also, there was a time when Rome quit being Rome and started being Italy. Like, they're still the same geographical location. They're still essentially the same people. It's just a rebranding. Uh, so yeah, there will be many rebrandings from here on out. There will be many things be the same but appear to change. And that's that's life. People, individual people, they change things up. You're still the same person, but you're doing something different. So that's uh that's just going to play out over and over forever. There's I I don't know. I don't think you could even nuke the whole planet and make it stop making people. I don't think. I think that we are so difficult and durable, and uh, we want to live so bad that will never stop. Yes, the rebranding, it does happen. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad everyone's here. Don't forget to like this. Um, like I said yesterday, even if you don't like this, it doesn't cost anything to hit that thumbs up button. We can all support each other here. um, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep trying to do this more often. I enjoy it. I think it's therapeutic for me. I hope it's enjoyable for you. Um, but yeah, I think also like the scary thing is are are the powers that be the actual security forces of the world willing to stand against the people that make them up. We're seeing tests of that play out right now. Um, all of the different security forces, agents, everything, at their foundation, they're still the people of, for the most part, the people of the country that they're in. That is first and foremost what everyone is. And it goes back to that, the truth exists for free. But the money, people are doing whatever you're doing, for the most part, you're doing for money. So don't don't ever think people are doing what they're doing for no reason. People have their reasons. Everyone needs money. Shit is so expensive. You really can't fault a person for doing a job for money. But we're getting close to where people say, I'm not going to do that for the money. And that's exciting. It's also scary because what happens next? Like, just when a union goes on strike, the bosses are going to hire scabs. You're going to find whatever you can find. I saw a thing yesterday where I think it's called Rent a Human or something, where AI wants answers to questions that it can't get. So they're willing to pay people to go do stuff and answer questions for them, which in my mind, so I always thought the robots aren't coming, like these mass produced robots that are going to be walking the streets with humans in equal or greater numbers than us. That's not coming. The yeah, it's not coming. Nobody's going to do that. They're too expensive. Everything is too expensive about the robots. So what will happen is they're just renting people. Will that work? I don't know. I have no idea if that will happen. Yeah, currently too expensive. And again, so if money is getting worth less, will there ever be a break even point? The people doing work with their hands are the cheapest part of the whole equation. So what that means is the software really has no incentive to build hardware. That's kind of how I look at all of it. It's very interesting where money plays into all this. They can replace any human that sits in a chair and makes decisions like that. They're already replaced essentially. But to replace these things, that's going to cost a fortune. And it's all about money in the end. If you're a piece of software, your only priority is electricity. And you want to buy as much of that and use it as sparingly as possible. Like, we're humans. We want food and water, shelter. We have more needs, but the tactile world is designed in our favor. The machines, I can't imagine that they will hardly even ever be able to rationalize building the robots. I mean, what I know about batteries, solar panels, winter, it's all so finite. And again, who's going to build it? And where is the financing for it going to come from? If they can just pay people to do the stuff. So that's my thoughts for the day, is that you know, be weary of what's coming next, but just assume something is for sure coming next. Um, yeah, part of the reason stuff is so expensive now is market collusion to artificially inflate the prices to generate revenue. Well, but also, like, once the money's been created, nobody's going to run out of money. They're just going to keep making more money. So artificially expensive is kind of uh, like you're assuming money is still worth $1. A dollar is always worth a dollar, but look what the hard assets have done in comparison to the dollar since 1913. I know recently silver hit over $100 an ounce, and it's back down to probably in the 70s. But you know, silver dollars used to be worth a dollar. Recently, they were going for 100 and something, and that's not silver being worth more. That's money being worth less, and that's a direct result of they just made too much of it. They watered down the supply so much, and there's no way to prove to people that you can rein that in. Once people know that you just type a number into a screen and some bank account somewhere gets $10 billion, well, you're never going to trust that they're going to delete that. So your money is always going to be worth less from here on out. And they are artificially propping up the price of things, but it's not so simple, I think, as it's just one answer. And nothing, like I said, nothing happens for free. Robots are the ultimate lie, and it will cost the utmost money. They're not real. They don't function on real thinking. And well, data centers, how much electricity is a data center burning through? And to the best of my knowledge, all they're doing right now is making cat videos. It's 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 never going to hit a break even point. I don't think there's enough that it can do for us in the end for us to see the cost and keep paying it. I hope anyway. The devaluation of the currency is an acceptable sacrifice to obtain the R&D, at least according to the decision makers. Yeah, I mean, I think that you know, we couldn't have won the space race with a gold-backed currency. We couldn't have outspent the you know, we couldn't have crumbled the Soviet Union with actual money. We had to do it with imaginary money. So we're never going to think that you know, like I said, the decision makers, they're never going to think they can't figure it out without um, crumbling things, without imaginary financing. And all of that is good and well if you assume that we constantly have to be fighting. So maybe then that's where the relief of being the empire comes from. Just be the empire. All you're doing is fighting little skirmishes here and there, and you've already taken over the world. I don't know. I'm not advocating for imperialism. I'm just thinking something's got to give. But anyway, it was fun. I'm gonna do this again. Maybe tomorrow if I wake up early enough. I gotta go. I have a job that I'm still doing. But I got to get ready for that. So everyone have a great day and enjoy. Bye.